So it seems that after being banned and then subsequently unbanned on Twitch, Nenah Lynn has not only stood on some of the worst behavior I've seen, but she's gotten worse. It's gotten to the point people are comparing her to Jack Doherty. And I definitely see the similarities. They're both obnoxious streamers who place making content over just being a good person, but that's a symptom of the digital age. It's just the long-term effects of being desensitized by degenerate behavior. All of us who frequent social media have years of degeneracy consumed behind it, even unwillingly. So there were bound to be individuals who are willing to take it there and aren't willing to change when that same degeneracy that we've consumed is now being incentivized, and the incentive being a shitload of cash. Today, I'm just trying to understand the psychology behind Nenah Lynn and what made her become what she is. And I also want to talk about some of her recent drama. So I'ma quit yapping. Y'all already know I'm the hood Socrates, and let's actually start. Comment for the algorithm. First, we gotta understand that Nenah at her core is an outspoken woman. She's a little brash, a little extroverted, but that as a standalone is not a bad trait. The issue is that those traits in women are not favored in the streaming space. I'll come back to this. The crux of the matter is that Nenah pursuing content and her already existing issues have been the catalyst for a more degenerate facet of who she is to be born. In other words, being an extroverted nigga isn't bad, but it turns bad when you're able to monetize taking it to the extremes. And not to mention, Nenah Lynn also grew up literally abusing her brother, so she already had a few screws loose on top of everything that I just mentioned.
I'm being authentically myself, man.
Be yourself with a little bit PR.
I'd rather go to another country. I'm gonna get PR. I'm gonna go to Puerto Rico. They nobody tell me.
How about this, Nenah? How about
nobody
this?
tell me.
Nenah, how about this?
So Nenah is conflating being a degenerate with who she is as a person. That is just so dumb. But after really sitting back and thinking about Nenah Lynn and everything that's transpired with her, it's easy to understand why Nenah came to this conclusion and why she doubled down. Nenah Lynn being canceled was one of the worst things I've seen. The clip with Saeed literally went viral 3 separate times before anyone said anything. And mind you, niggas were hanging out with her after that. So it only makes sense why Nenah is so jaded right now. Bro, off topic, T is just so good. I'm understanding the hype. My theory is that in her head, Nenah has not only conflated her acts of degeneracy with who she is as a person, but she's also conflated the double standards of how women are treated on Twitch with all the criticism she's received thus far. And that's why I personally think she's beyond redemption, because she's definitely right about women being treated differently. That's a different conversation that could probably still be had if she never doubled down on violating someone.
We on the Nenah POV. Hold on, chat. We on the Nenah POV.
Hey, hello, gang.
What's good, bro?
What you want to say? What's it to say? Ain't nothing to say. I don't want to talk to you. 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 What am I supposed to fight you? Am I supposed to fight you? I don't want to talk to you, gang. I don't want to talk to you. So don't talk to me, gang.
And I've brought this up 2 other times, I'm pretty sure. It was only after this clip with YBG that I see niggas finally start bringing up how Nenah Lynn was also part of the Saeed clip, which means they weaponized SA to cancel Nenah. And the reason they weaponized it is because nobody was liking Nenah to begin with.
What is it with these male streamers trying to piss off female streamers? Like you try to piss off female streamers, and then when you get a reaction that you wanted, you go, why are you so emotional? Like, yo, if you emotional, stop streaming. Like, stop. And then okay, cool. They get emotional, they cry. Stop being a crybaby. You a puss. Okay. So then when they fight back, what do you all say? She aggressive. Yo, is that a man? Yo, is this? Yo, she did this, and this, bro.
Niggas do hate on her because she is an outspoken woman. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Niggas don't like that, especially the red pill niggas. But what she did was still fucked up though. But 2 things can be true. And you know why I say that? Even before Nenah did the weird shit, niggas was still hating on Nenah. Facts.
2 things can be true at once. And on Twitch, they only like women when they're goon props, but they also don't want women to get around or they're community balls or hoes. But also in that same vein, nobody says anything when male streamers get around and they're obnoxious. So I'm just trying to convey that women have this really rigid box that they have to navigate when they're a streamer. They have to be goon props, but they also can't get around too much or they're balls or hoes, but they also have to appease just an audience of people who are quite frankly just misogynistic, because if they don't, they get hate. But I say all that to say that Nenah Lynn's degeneracy is a combination of pursuing content along with her being disgruntled by the superficial and double standard laced industry. Her frustrations with the industry double standards are valid. However, her unwillingness to see her mistakes and even doubling down on it is what makes Nenah Lynn such a weird character in my opinion. But what makes all this worse is that nobody is willing to have a conversation about how streamers weaponize the crime to cancel her because she's literally just evil. So even if you were to say anything like there's always plausible deniability, they can basically say, well, she essayed someone, which is true, but the reality is that I just don't think that when Nenah Lynn was getting canceled, people had pure intentions behind it. But like I said, Nenah Lynn is still a weird, bad person, which makes her the wrong person to start the combo. So let's just talk about some of her recent antics.
Monday.
So we called on Monday.
Oh, ma'am.
Oh, and the language that you're using in front of a 13-year-old, I don't appreciate.
This is a public space. I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Yeah.
This is a public space, you know, so.
Well, and we wait our turn like grown-ups.
No,
In a
100%.
public space.
And I'm just letting you know that, sometimes you can also ask, hey, would you like to please use normal language in front of my daughter? That would have been great too.
I think in a public space we kind of have an understanding.
I'm not gonna lie, that wall is fucking like,
Well, I appreciate you cleaning it up now.
Oh, we have to.
Yeah.
Right, we have to do that. Yeah, right.
So this mom kindly asked Nenah to stop cussing, and after making it seem like she understood the point, she later in the video gets up and starts giving back shots to the camera while cussing. This is the type of person we're dealing with here, and that's why even if she has a point about women being treated differently, she's just horrible. It takes nothing to watch your language around the youngins. If you accidentally slip up, it's cool, just keep it pushing and say my bad. And I'm a real stickler for apologies. For something as trivial as this for her to be petty about is just so corny. So corny. That's literally why niggas don't fuck with her right now.
Here, maybe I'll take the wrapper off for them. This shit look kind of crazy, I ain't gonna lie. That looks crazy. Hello, open it. Here, T.
Oh.
Wait, my hand. Yo, what the Yo, bro, what the is wrong with you, bro? Are you retarded? Yo, he's dead about to put my hand in that, bro. Yo, you might be retarded, bro. Are you good in the head? Stupid ass, bum ass. Come out the car. Not that ass, come out the car.
This situation wasn't even Nenah's fault, but honestly, it's a little funny to see this happen because it's basically just karma. Nenah wasn't wrong for being upset because he didn't have to roll the window on her hand to not accept the drink. But Nenah going out of her way to try to press this guy and even knocking on his window, once again, too corny, bruh. Super corny. But honestly, I don't know why she tried to give the drink to the guy, especially if he never asked for it, which I don't see any indication that he did.
This shit, GG's. It's GG's, bro. It might really be GG's, gang. This right here is crazy. $230. No. Hey, bro. This shit really about to be $30. Ain't no way. What? Hey guys, sub up. We're too poor for this. We are way too poor for this. Get out. We're way too poor for this. Oh.
While I was editing, she made a response to the Target clip. So I'm gonna just let you guys see, and then I'll tell you guys what I think.
Oh no, he's wildin'. I'm telling you, bro, even if it was the stakes, bro, yo, bro, ain't nobody missing no money. Calm the down. No, Target is not losing no type of money. Man, if I put this on Twitter too, your mom's a bitch, you was a bitch, and happy holidays, all you hoes is.
I really don't care that much if she stole something from Target. It's really dumb that she did that on camera. But my goodness, is she just hella obnoxious. Like, this is why people don't mess with her. Why are you so annoying? This is a grown ass woman and she is this obnoxious and annoying. Jesus Christ. Nenah has to be slow. Like, she's literally shoplifting on stream. I'm not condoning stealing, but if you're gonna do it, at least put the camera down or pause the stream. To be real though, this is the most tame thing that she's done recently. Of course it's gonna hit headlines. It's Nenah, but it's mostly just the stupidity. How are you turning your crimes into content? That sounds like a Jack Doherty thing, but it's not really much else I can add because, like I said, she already got a few loose screws, and when you give her an incentive, of course she's gonna go far. Now, with that being said, Nenah Lynn is a case study into what happens when a crazy person gets paid to do things on camera. But it's also a look into how this industry is a walking double standard where people will weaponize crimes for their own agendas. That's really all I had to say though. Subscribe for more unsolicited opinions. Y'all niggas be blessed. I'm gonna get up out of here. Bye bye.
She ain't never seen a nigga that's you ain't never seen a nigga that's like this. Thought I fell in love, bitch sight bitch. Gang brought drugs, I'm excited, yeah. All this money I might, all this money I might die rich, yeah. This how bad I might just, this how bad I might just type it, yeah. Lambo truck, I can't even drive it, I told gang that I don't pilot, yeah. This how fucking awesome.